Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad, and in this whole video we're going to look into Gemini Sun, Moon and also Gemini Rising. Weekly general tarot reading July 26th up until August 1st, 2021. And this video is brought to you by the Elemental Dignities technique. You will see what that technique is when I get into the reading. But if you do like it and you want to learn it, the course is now available. And you can inquire for it at my Facebook page, which link you're going to find into the description down below, or just send me an email. Additionally, if you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can see my website into the description down below. And there at that website, you're going to see a full list of my services, as well their pricing, and based on your needs and budget, you can choose whichever ones suits you pretty much best. And lastly, if you are interested into seeing me live where I talk about transits and see the transits through tarot, and also participate into the free reading contests which are happening into these live streams, make sure you do subscribe for the channel and as well hit the notification bell. Now enough talking intro, now let's go into the reading itself. And the very first card for Gemini's week, that is going to be the High Priestess. Can you see the cards? All right, so the High Priestess, followed by the second card of the week here, which is the Nine of Cups. Moving for the third card, that is to be Judgment. And the last card for Gemini, the last prime card for a Gemini, because there are going to be 4 more through the Elemental Dignities technique, is going to be the Emperor. So we have those 4 cards for Gemini. And it will be quite of a uplifting week for Gemini. Right off at the start of this week, it seems that you Gemini are to dwell into one particular thing. Now we are going to see what that thing really is when I draw the additional card to it. But the High Priestess, and especially as it is followed by the Nine of Cups, it does speak for something which your soul, your very soul, is going to find very substantial, which of course translated into our world, it could speak about soulmates, you know, it could speak about the job, it could speak about as well the house, if that's what you want to go for. But the High Priestess, it is when you do situate yourself. Now, into the traditional deck, you see the priestess sitting on a bench. Benches in tarot are a symbol of stationary, being stationary, and that is what you are going to get into. And not just only you are going to situate yourself, but also you're going to do whatever you can in order to what was the word here? In order to control it and gain full reign over it. So going for the scrutinizing the cards here with the first one, which is the High Priestess, and it is accompanied by the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so we have a passive friends, and it's just no words here to describe that. And it pretty much, the Nine of Pentacles, it solidifies what I said, that is going to be the person, the job, you know, the thing that you are going to stumble upon, or you're going to situate, you're going to settle out there. And additionally to it, we can say that that is going to be for a very, very long time moving forward into the future, maybe even for a lifetime, if you will. And that settling is going to be a huge, and I mean humongous, a leap into development for you. That could be the humongous love that you are to stumble upon, humongous job, you know, it's just whatever it is to be substantial at that point for you. It's just remarkable, to be honest. And you know, when it happens, it's highly unlikely that at that point you will have any grievances, any grudge, or being disgruntled about not having anything else, because you wouldn't need anything else, at least at that point. And right after this settlement, I don't know even how to say it, you know. Nine of Cups comes about, and it is catalyzed here by the, look at that, I mean, Page of Pentacles. We do have another passive friend. And these two cards are speaking about the value of which you are going to find into these dwellings, which could be, again, a dwellings of career or a dwellings of love. And this value is going to be, again, a humongous, right? And this, when you do identify the full value of it, then you will have that sensual joy, fullness of life experience, and it will feel like a wish came through. And that will be the reality. I mean, wish came through, although that wish, well, there is a little bit of a discrepancy here, because with the Nine of Cups, it's important to sustain the wish, right? It's important to do your part into it so it doesn't deteriorate. But because you do have the previous element of dignity, it's not going to deteriorate. It just isn't going to improve even further if you do take it for granted. But if you are happy of what you are to have that point of the week, then you don't have to put any more effort into it. It is just yours to carry on. Now, these two cards here that we do have, they also could speak about a friendship transcending into love, and they could speak about that big time. Looking at the very first cards, you know, at the start of the week, you may have stumbled upon a person that you get befriended immediately. It's just, it happens so fast, and that friendship very, very quickly transcends into a very pure and as well real soulmate type of a love. It's very, very possible that to happen. But the second element of dignity is here. It just consolidates the very first one, and it pretty much speaks that this isn't just only going to be for a lifetime, but also you are going to be extremely, extremely happy with it. And after that, what we do have, that is after the middle of the week, that will be just a judgment, I'm sorry, and it is catalyzed here by the Four of Swords. So we do have these two, and that is the moment where you are gonna slow down the pace a little bit, because things with the very first two elements of dignities, although very passive, they are happening rather very fast, and that is a personal transformation here, emotionally wise. And you may find yourself a little bit, you know, a little bit lost into it. And these two cards here, the Judgment and the Four of Swords, are speaking about a personal or self, I don't know how to say it really, a self, it's like realizing for yourself what you feel, okay, and giving it the right name behind it. Now, on a practical level, Judgment and the Four of Swords here, they could speak about an opportunity that comes about very, very sudden, but an opportunity which you are going to have the time to think about and to talk about as well. Also, it is a time where you may also need some kind of a professional help, like a business advisor, you know, like a lawyer also. And should that be the case, then you will have no problem finding the right person for the job that will allow you to pretty much proceed forward with your thing. These two here are active friends, and pretty much what they represent, it is that right after you do consolidate the value of either love or of career or of a money, you are gonna start thinking about what to do with it, and having many options available in front of you, which none of them is going to be ideal. The ideal one suddenly pops up, and it pretty much hits you like an insight. And the beauty of that element of dignity is that you do have time to pretty much do what you want to do the way you want to do it. Okay, through professional help, through personal realization, whichever the case that works for you. but it seems that you are going to set yourself on the right course. It's just an amazing week that is in front of you, Gemini, a week that you are going to get what you want. A wish fulfillment is just remarkable. So I don't know, my Gemini house, it's pretty much empty, so I don't know why I'm happy for you guys, because I will get none of it, okay? And follow the last one here, which is the Emperor. That is towards the end of the week. We do have with the Four of Cups as an element of dignity, and these are active enemies. So what happens here is that towards the end of the week, you know, the very first overflowing joy, or the overflowing joy of the whole endeavor here, that finally things are working out, it's kind of like start diminishing. But that's not a bad thing, you know. When you start a new job and you are happy and all that, you know, and this is the center of your life. Well, then after a few days or after a few weeks, we'll hear is going to be after a few days, that initial overflowing joy is starting to subside. And you start seeing more and more things into the world. And this is what these two cards here are describing, that at this point, you're going to start seeing different options available that are outside, or rather are not related with this need of your soul that you have just satisfied. And it is the moment where just life goes on with these two cards, where just life goes on, and despite that you do have something to lean into, something to anchor you down and not allow you to fall anymore back into the chasm that you may have clawed your way upwards. These two cards here are speaking that you now need to start thinking about showing yourself very reliable, consistent as well, and that you can exert control over your life, which you can totally do. And at that point, now instead of being satisfied, let's say, with certain fruits of your labor up until this point, and how can I say, stopping or blocking your growth, you're going to do just the opposite through careful management and through a very firm rule over your environment. You are to make the day-to-day routine very bearable, and that will allow you to seize opportunities which otherwise would not be possible for you. And yeah, that's pretty much your weekly general tarot reading, guys. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.